Alrighty, looks like everyone's piled in. Catch the stragglers. Alrighty. Guys, welcome to another edition of our Technology Wisdom Webinar series, brought to you by the team here at Sundog. My name is Josh Plaza. I am the marketing manager here at Sundog.
And I'm Wes, NOC Engineer here at Sundog.
Awesome. Today we're going to be talking about how to become a professional at Microsoft Teams. Before we get started, though, I just want to encourage everyone to check out our YouTube channel. You'll find tons of great information and a wide variety of tech tips and important information to help your organization become stronger. Be sure to hit that subscribe and like button down below. If you hit that bell icon, you'll get notified every single time we post another cool video. If you guys have any questions, please be sure to head to them in that chat Q&A down below. Or if you're watching this video after the fact, feel free to reach out to us at yourteam@sundogit.com or just give us a call at 815-991-2400. Okay, Wes, I think that's it. Show's all yours now.
All right, thanks, Josh, and welcome. Yeah, so if everyone could post in the chat that you can see and hear me, that'd be great, just to make sure we're doing okay here. Awesome. Any last questions? Anything going on there? We're good. Awesome. Cool. So let me share my screen here. Let's see what we got. Give me 1 second. We're going to share that up. Everybody good? So Microsoft Teams. I'm sure a lot of us use this on a day-to-day. If not, definitely should check it out. Super helpful. We use it on a daily basis, and it's really good for coordinating, just keeping the company tight and keeping everything good. One of the cool things about it is you can form separate little chats here for all kinds of different situations. You can also pop into the team section, and we've got, all kinds of goodies there. The one of the cool things that I actually hadn't made a lot of use out of lately, but I discovered, was you can either go up to the search bar here and you can type /, or if you're not focused on the search bar itself, you can hold Control and you can hit the / by the Shift key, and that'll bring up these commands. These commands are not something that everybody is familiar with, but it's definitely good to check out. There's just so many different variables here. Like, you can set your status real quick if you need to. If you know you're going to be heading out for a second, you can do /BRB. You can hold Control and hit the / and you can set it to away. There's actually, one of my favorite things is popping out the chat. So you can, let's say you want to just pop out a quick chat with somebody, you can do that, and then you can select one of your employees and you can pop out a separate window. So you just bring it out like that real quick. So there's a lot of different uses. There's, tons of different stuff you can do here. Test calls are really nice for if you're not sure if your microphone or your camera's working. You can do a quick test call through there, and basically what that does is it'll bring up, it's like an echo, like a Teams echo. So it'll bring up just making sure your audio and video is working. Yeah, so that's a really unique thing, where you can just kind of browse through here and select something, or if you know the command offhand, you can type it in. Yeah, so Teams is just super good for productivity. There's just so much stuff from file storage to just chatting internally with your company. We were previously using Skype for business, and then Microsoft kind of pushed everyone towards Teams, and it was a small adjustment, but now that we're all used to it, it is so good for productivity. I mean, you've got your calendar that syncs up with Outlook. You've got calls. You can call people internally, and there's actually you can contact people externally as well, but that needs to be set within your organization. Usually the external contacting needs to be allowed first before that can happen. The files section, it's really cool. It syncs up with SharePoint, so in your OneDrive. So if you have files that you need to store in here, you can pop in here and you've got, you know, the same files that you would have as if you were to open up your file explorer and go to your OneDrive. So that's good stuff. And actually, if you need to edit a file within your Teams, you know, you can pop open an Excel file or anything, and you have the option to either edit it within Teams itself, or you can open it in a browser or open it in the application. So those are all really cool things too. Overall, it's just it's a great application for multi-purposes. And there's third-party apps that you can add as well. Let's say, you know, you use ADP for time entries. You can add that kind of thing in there. There's just a lot of versatility with the program. So yeah, another cool thing, video calls, kind of like the Zoom call that we're on. Josh, I don't know, did you want to test that out? Should we get a call going?
Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay. Let me check that out 1 second here. Stop my Zoom video. The show conversation button here where you can chat internally. You can view the participants, and then you've got your screen share over here, which is really cool because it allows you to select, you know, which screen you want to share. You can either share your entire screen or you can share a specific window, which is really cool if you're, you know, just wanting to show how to do something in a specific application, then you can select that. If you were to go up to the more actions section up here, we got a lot of cool stuff. You can park the call if you need to put somebody on hold for a little bit. You can apply background effects, which is that's kind of a cool one, you know, especially depending on if you're working remotely or what you want to do. If you click into that guy there, you've got the blur option, which Josh just did right there. And you can also select from a number of like pre-uploaded ones that Teams has there for you, which is really cool. And then you can also upload your own if you want to. So it didn't used to be as intuitive, but Teams has come a long way with everybody working remotely and stuff. So now they've added this add new button, which is really cool because you can just pop right into there. You can upload a picture from your pictures folder or wherever you want on your computer, and it'll appear down here, and you can select something from Cornfest or whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's a cool thing. Teams is really useful for company meetings and just kind of getting together and doing whatever you need to do internally. The other cool thing is if you're having, let's say you're having like a company meeting on a specific day and you want to be able to record the meeting, you can do that. So if somebody's sick that day or something and they need to catch up on a meeting that was important, but they weren't able to catch it, you can pop into here and you can hit start recording. And what that'll do is it'll lag for a second and then it'll pop up this you're recording to let you know. And everybody else will see that as well. So they'll know that you're recording. So the recording will go to your OneDrive. Your Microsoft account is linked directly with your Teams login. So when you begin your recording, which you can stop at any time by going up here and hitting stop recording, that's going to transfer directly to your OneDrive in your file explorer. And there's going to be a recordings folder here. So if you pop that open, you'll see this is the one that Josh and I tested earlier. So yeah, you'll have a nice recording there, which you can upload to wherever you want. I'm going to stop recording this one right now because we don't need to keep that going. But yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. So another thing that we can do here is add Poly, which is a third party. It's like a polling app. So let's say you're having a company meeting and you're trying to decide on where you guys are gonna, have dinner that night or have your company meeting. You can go down here. Let me go back to there so you can see where I was. Go to the ellipses down here in the chat and search for Poly. Brian Sunday added Poly to the chat. Perfect example. Who's your favorite Sundog engineer? I don't have much of a choice there, so I guess I'm gonna have to choose Brian. But so you kind of see how it works. We get a vote, and we get some real-time results. So we can view all results. This time we chose for it to be non-anonymous, so we see that I'm the one who voted that Brian kind of won there. So, but yeah, no, it's a really cool little third party thing to add there for making decisions. Yeah, there's just a lot going on with Teams. I mean, it's let's see here. We've got, that is another good point, Josh. We have the weather app, which we just kind of dug into today. Another good third party one is PopIn Weather. Pop in your zip code. I'm gonna do 60112 because I'm in Cortland. And we get some weather updates. So that's kind of neat. I mean, it's you can click more details. I don't know. Teams is just, it's super, super useful for so many reasons. So if you're not using it, you should definitely check it out. I think most of us are probably using Teams at this point. But it's good stuff. So, oh, I lost you, Josh.
Yeah, no worries. I just ended the Teams call there.
Okay.
Awesome. If you guys have like any other questions about Teams, feel free to reach out to us at service@sundog. We can definitely help you out there. And again, if you guys have any other questions about anything else tech related, go ahead and give us a call at 815-991-2400. We do have some Q&A um, uh, in here. So Megan Pinter asks, is the external calling an additional expense, or is that included for anyone with Teams?
Yeah, there shouldn't be an additional expense for that. It's just a matter of allowing external contacts, which can be done within the admin center for your specific organization. Teams is designed by itself to be a internal communication program, but there's times where I've got people who reach out to me on Teams directly, and external contact can be enabled if, I mean, most people, I think they can add you by your email and they can reach out to you on Teams. But if that's ever a concern, or if that's ever something you need enabled, like, we can definitely do that. Creating a team or a group, and what are channels? So creating a team can only be done by somebody who has ownership for the most part, or well, you can be the owner. You can create a team by going down to Teams here, clicking Join or Create Team, and you can create your own team from scratch or from a group. And essentially, it's just going to add kind of like a, I don't know if it's quite a chat room, but it's like it's kind of its own thing here. It's its own animal, which you can store files in. Yeah, a lot of people use it for, let's say you want to have a sales team or you want to have a tech team. They'll divide it up like that. And channels, not familiar with channels entirely. I think, not sure if you're referring to these, but that's these are kind of created just by creating a new chat, which you can do by going over here, or you can hit Control N, and then you can kind of add who you want in there, and then rename it after you've created it. And then you can also pin them. So let's say I want to talk to Josh all the time. I'll pin him up there. You can rearrange it. So if I want to put him at the top, what's up, Josh? There we go. So yeah, I mean, it's super good for productivity with organizations. So
We have another question.
okay.
It's great questions, guys. Thank you for all the engagement here. So if we create an Excel doc during a team meeting, does it also save to OneDrive?
So if you create an Excel doc during like within Teams itself,
Yes, I believe. Yes, she is talking about
they
within
should,
Teams. Yeah.
yeah, they'll synchronize back and forth. It's a direct sync with OneDrive. So if we look at my OneDrive and we look at recordings here, I've got call with Josh Plaza 45 minutes ago, and it syncs directly with my OneDrive. So as long as you're signed into OneDrive down here, make sure you're signed in and that everything's syncing. It should go back and forth between the two without, it should be seamless. So
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys have any questions about syncing, definitely feel free to reach out to us because it can be a bit confusing.
for sure.
Um, So it's so Donna asks, is it so it's similar to Google Doc as far as a live document, but it won't be on our P drive. Um,
Yeah, it should be. So for example, we keep logs of things like our backup logs and things, and multiple users will work on the same file, and it does synchronize across. So if you have a shared file that needs to be worked on by multiple employees, well then you should be able to store it in there, and just like a SharePoint, it should, you know, multiple people can access it. You'll see at the top who's in the file at the time. So um, if Cody and I are working on something together, we'll both see that we're accessing the file, and it live updates. So yeah, it's really useful.
I always found that feature really cool. Like you can see their edits in real
Hmm.
time.
You can actually
Um,
see what cell they're selected on too, like in
yeah,
the
yeah, in
Excel file.
Excel's. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I really like that. Okay. Looks like that is all the time we have. We did hit 11:30. Don't want to run too long, let you guys get back to all of your goings ons here. Thanks so much again for everyone for coming out. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you're watching on YouTube after the fact, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button down below. Um, Wes, thanks for your time today. Thank you for all this really valuable information. Guys, be sure to check in again next month to attend one of our Technology Wisdom webinar series. Awesome. Take care, everyone.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.